keep trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got to picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah, Hurric's on her.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that'll carry. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Gotta go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Hey, back up.
Smith on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Throwing is Smith, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Jordan Reed has it. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it?
Now Trubisky to throw on second. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Play action. It's Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They go play action. Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, 51 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger body wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter. inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, on. Hey, back up.
On second down, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Lock in.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Aaron Lynch. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Off of play action, here's Smith. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Third and long, it's Smith. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. Pushing his way through. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, here's Smith. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Rip, rip, rip. Yeah, 52.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Smith, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
53. Red, up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So out now come the Redskins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Smith. Throwing right, and that's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Smith now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, back up.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Trubisky flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Smith on 1st down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the red zone now, Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Second and 10, Smith again. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. The quick slant caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder from 10 yards out. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Letting one go deep for the... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ryan Kerrigan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Lock in, lock in. He's going to sit right over the middle.
On third down, Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10, Smith. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the air again, Smith. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Again, Smith. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
15.
Throwing again is Smith. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3 down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He hits White, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
We're go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice spin into some open field. Still going. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Airing one out for Crowder. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
15, yeah.
On first down, Smith. The deep ball for Dotson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's roll.
Here's Smith. Back to the air on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Dotson with a grab over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's Smith now on second down. And into the end zone. Washington Redskins touchdown. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield to try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears will extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On first down, it's Smith. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
Now Smith throwing again. And his throw is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Smith throwing on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 72 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Gotta go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hey, back up. Hey, back up. Hey, back up.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Smith now to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
He's pass rush. It's caught inside the 25. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Now Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman? He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, past the 20, 10, 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle, that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.